In this video, we'll be talking about dodging from X and the different finishing moves, such as the come around. When also watching these moves, realize these cones on the outside are 5 yards away from the goal. The inside roll. We need to know where these cones are because we're going to try to get used to the different distances for these shots. The hitch. If you're playing on a football field, these cones are where the hashes are. The question mark. And when you see the side angle, there's going to be 2 taller cones at 5 and 7 yards that represent the island. And finally, the no-look shot. We'll look at each of these moves individually from different angles and slowed down. So first, we have the come around, which is where you have beaten your defender easily and you should just go to the cage. So when you do this move, you want to come around the net, tight to the crease. And because the goalie will be hugging the near side pipe, once you get above the crease, you want to shoot to the back side. So this bucket is supposed to represent the defender and where he would be. So see how my body is past the bucket and it's behind me? So the defender is behind me right now. And when I'm coming up around the goal, I want to come tight, sealing the defender. I want to keep my stick tight to my body because you'll have beaten the defender, so the slide will be coming early. Also, you do not need a huge wind up at this distance to score. And when you're coming around, you want to shoot to that backside pipe because the goalie will be right in your face on the near side, leaving the backside wide open. Next, we have the inside roll. The inside roll is done when the defender is slightly overplaying you and he's on the top side of your body heavy, forcing you out to the alley. So, when you do this move, you want to come hard, plant, rotate in towards the goal. But unlike the roll dodge, we do not switch hands. We keep it in the same hand, and then we keep it tight to our body, like when you come around the goal, because the slide will also be coming early, and the defender's right on your back. And you still want to shoot to the backside pipe in this instance, because the goalie will be on the near side pipe. Next, we have the hitch. The hitch is when you're coming, the defender's playing you well. You fake a shot, and you keep coming high and start to curl in towards the goal to get yourself more towards the middle of the field. So, as you're coming around, the defender's right on your hip. And why we're going to use our whole body and fake a shot is because we want to freeze the defender where he is, have him stop his feet, and throw a poke check. Most defenders, when you're shooting right on their body, are going to stop in place because they don't want to get hit by the shot. Also, besides freezing the defender, you'll freeze the goalie because he'll tense up ready for a shot to come. It will also be able to give you a couple more steps, which will allow you to free up your hands and get a stronger shot. Next, we have the question mark. The question mark's kind of like the inside roll, except you're going to be switching hands and it's usually done higher above the goal. The question mark is probably one of the harder shots to do because as you're coming up, your momentum's already going away from the goal. And then you're changing directions going outward from the goal. So to do a proper question mark, you need to make sure you get your upper body coming back down towards the goal. Typically the defender will be on your top side, playing you heavy, really trying to force you out to the alley when you get to do this question mark. Also, you'll usually be a few yards higher up from the goal. So finally, we have the no-look shot. You may think the no-look shot is harder than the question mark because you're not looking at the goal when you're shooting. Except if you get good at the no-look shot, it's very useful because it's all about knowing where you're on the field. As you're coming up, you want to be looking up the field, looking for players to pass it to. But as you do this more and more and get used to where you are on the field, you know you're at a good shooting distance. And then once the defender drops off you a little and stops pressuring you, then you're just going to turn and shoot it like it's a normal on-the-run shot, getting a full body rotation to get back towards the goal.